Greetings everyone, and Great here of another Red Alert 3 replay. Spawn on the south side as the Red Soviets, we have Delta 7, who is Spawn on the north side as the Blue Empire, we have SuperPower. Got, of course, the instant generator into a handful of dojos. Over here we got the barracks reactor into likely a whole bunch of, refineries. We got flak troopers coming in out, so maybe I aim for some flak troopers in order to mag mine the dojo cores. And notice my microphone's a little bit out of place. Sorry if you hear this. There we go, that's much better. And and something I've noticed as well. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. I was out of place. Much better. I knew if I got something. I always forget something. We got the burst drone now advancing forward, and he's actually mag mining the oil derrick. He is not going to capture that. No oil for him. Very un-American of him. And it's looking out of place. My microphone's good. There we go. That should be better. I think that's a good spot. Now, because Imperial Wars advancing forward, going for a bonsai charge on the bear will allow him to guarantee it's secure onto that oil derrick with the engineer, but he does gun down the bear in time. Very good. And now we do have the dojo core now advancing. Does actually, did he cash bounty the oil derrick? How much money does that give you? He does throw a mag mine there, almost destroys the dojo core, severely wounded. The bear can camp whatever comes out. We're going to set off for Imperial Warrior. This flak troops coming forward could use. Oh, he's actually repairing up the dojo core as well. And the Molotov's getting some good damage in. Imperial Warrior is advancing forward, and Blue has secure up the oil derrick. Does it off there, and does get the kill there on the Imperial Warrior, even though he got the bonsai charge off. Bear does go down there, gets gunned down. Now we do have a Terra drone pushing forward. And a Terra drone as well. We know at least there's one flak trooper still on the field. I'm not sure where the other ones may be at. Those may have been killed off as well. Yeah, it looks like all the flak troopers are dead. You would start some harassment there, but you've got a hammer tank already nearby the oil collector. So off a couple of those walls and get the hammer tank firing. Gonna go forward with this regular gun. The regular gun does have higher DPS, and does spot the MCV right there. Sustain minimal damage there. Does throw some leech beam there. Doesn't get the kill off there. Very good try there with the leech beam to get it finished off. MCV is pushed on forward. It's going to set up expansion up now. Cancel it and redeploys it. Looks like it put it in the wrong position. Conscript is advancing forward. We've got these Imperial Warriors here. A handful of Jet Tengus flying about. Of course, doesn't need to worry about flak towers for them as long as there is a ground presence. Guns down the Terra drone, very nice. As long as there's a ground presence, he should be able to deal with the Mecha Tengus. Looks like this area has not been walled off. He may be low on income, didn't get all the walls off. And he's starting to see a bit of fire. He will need to bring that hammer tank over here. Hammer tank looking to pound somebody. And does get a nice scenario there as well. You make sure honorable discharge has been researched. Barracks has been deployed out as well. And we've got two Chopper VXs here. So going straight for Chopper VXs. We do got Ore Collector here and a good number of defensive Imperial Warriors. Imperial Warriors can deal with the Terra drone. May have severe trouble versus the hammer tank. But we got the Bullfrog being focused on first. Very good. And oh! Did you see that? He leached the Bullfrog to get the flak cannon. Didn't net him, only got to net him one kill there, so it's overall still not a great engagement for the Soviet player, but great micro there. He leached down his own Bullfrog to get the gun. And that's the kill there on that ore collector as well, thanks to the Terra drone, but the Terra drone does get killed off. And that is a combat engineer right there. Jet Tengus do spot it. and gun him down. He was nowhere near capturing because he still have to get the timeout, the capture timeout. More walls going down. Mostly placed in the middle between the two wall segments. He's building those wall segments there just to prevent the terror drones. Of course, we do have the not full walls off here, but he at least is nearby to get it repaired up in case the terror drone comes infection. Bullfrog gets a bit of damage there. Got another terror drone on the ground and another combat engineer thrown out. Nothing's clear nearby to finish it off, and the combat engineer does claim the oil derrick. So if Tracy destroyed this one, that's a little bit uncommon. And now we've got a crusher crane here, and we've got the bullfrogs getting some good damage on in. He's hit those chopper VXs. Jet Tengu's pursuing the bullfrogs, and the airfield will go down to the chopper VXs. Won't get much more than that. It does take out one of the chopper VXs now, and some of the yep, and there goes the Jet Tengu. The airfield is right next to the crusher crane, so he has access to repairs with for his MiGs, or ease of access repairs, I should say. Tesla airstrike. Yep, there's Desolator airstrike. Oil derrick now under siege from the veteran or elite chopper VX. Bullfrogs advancing forward and do claim the kill there, and he does save the oil derrick, getting a bit more income. He's not going to take time to repair it up. And those systems got cleaned up there as well. Could have been a bullfrog. It could be a hammer tank. Bullfrogs and hammer tanks now pushing way forward. There's a handful of tsunami tanks here, and the striker VXs, of course, can turn to chopper VXs. Nice point defense drone there. Does the roar off there. Does get some neutral trades on those Imperial Warriors. And it's going to try to leech down some of those point defense drones. Bear does get crushed. Oh, nope. Another exchange right there. I just realized something. My cursor's not showing on Relic 3. Okay, the boxes do get shorted up. I may double check that in between games. Now I'm wondering how long that's been like that. There's a setting for show cursor, not show cursor. Oil derrick has been cleaned on up. And over here, the conscript and the Imperial Warrior are engaged each other, and the conscript hardly did any damage whatsoever. 5 hammer tanks, 1 terror drone, now twin blades flying about. He has rebuilt the airfield, not over there, right here. The Imperial Warrior will be gunned down. Good number of tsunami tanks, 7 tsunami tanks, a couple, and a handful of tank busters. Looks like 4. Twin blades charging forward, getting some good damage there, as well as on the ore collector as well. The ore collector's about to go down. Does transform right there as well, and the Jet Tengus get wiped out thanks to the bullfrogs. So this is one of the bullfrogs may have been crushed by the honorable discharge. Tsunami tanks, tank busters, Imperial Warrior, and a single twin striker VX is pushing way forward. We've got a good number of hammer tanks, however. Hammer tanks getting some good micro in, getting some good shots in, while the other ones sort of back off away. Does use some nano deflectors there, so those lose one of the hammer tanks. One of the tsunami tanks is severely wounded. His nano deflector is probably on cooldown at the moment. And Terror Drone does interrupt that harvesting right there. Nope, Desolator strike right there. Windblade's now advancing forward. There's a level 1 docks right there. Getting some good damage onto that ore collector. The ore collector does go down. Over here, looks like the storm tanks are starting to advance. They can engage the naval forces at least. And now we've got a defender corps here. Could be picked off. Does get quickly picked off. Defender corps, or just corps in general, have no health whatsoever. Hammer tanks do get a minor leech there. There's a handful of tank busters in the region. It looks like these jet tankers do get forced some back. Got a big engagement being set up right there. Got a good number of bears in reserve to hit the infantry forces. Bullfrog just get picked off. Doesn't have a whole lot of air force to contend with, but losing the bullfrog is a bit of a problem. One of the storm tanks does get picked off there, but so does one of the twin blades. These forces are quite congested up. The bears could charge forward, may get out some good roars. Going for mass leech beam there. Just a couple of those storm tanks are charging forward. Nano deflectors able to absorb a lot of extra hits there. And it looks like all the bears got crushed right there. Tank Buster's now engaging as well, getting some great hits there. Hammer takes charge on forward, and he does save his core infantry. Striker VXS and Mecha Tankers are now in the mix. We got some hammer takes here and a handful of bullfrogs. Now a whole lot of defense force. The Empire player does have a lot of advantage. Does not get the kill down on elite Tsunami tank. Got some more hammer takes now advancing forward. One of these hammer tanks do have an extra gun as well, which could be important. But now Tank Busters managed to close the distance there. Nor does get a roar off there, getting a good number of stuns, which can allow the hammer tanks some extra time to charge forward. He's going for the crushes. He's trying to crush that infantry. He is doing a relatively good job, but there's still a lot of infantry still there. These hammer tanks are starting to get disintegrated. There is still a couple Striker VXs for anti-aircraft purposes. With single twin blades advancing forward, its anti-infantry gun is sort of useful at this point in time. Another twin blade advances forward, does receive quite a bit of fire, and does stay alive. The other ones are getting focused down. Hammer tanks advancing forward, receiving lots of fire. They got a couple of fully heroic tsunami tanks there. Bears are starting to clean up some infantry. Bears getting picked off. He does avoid. There's 4 heroic tank busters as well. The Empire player has a lot of veteran forces, and this refinery is still actually collecting as well. That is important to know. Which means he hasn't done any economic damage to his opponent, just military damage. 5 soon hammer tanks are here. He does have a lot of veteran forces. Someone gets picked off, they may net him some extra guns, so at least 1 flak gun, a couple flak guns. Good hits there. Some of the walls are starting to break on down, and it looks like these forces are falling back. He still has all of his heroic forces there. And now's a good time to focus on this refinery. But it does allow the hammer tanks to start advancing forward. Good stutter step there on the tank busters. Does use the catch bounty there. Holds down with all 5 of his tank busters. Or sudden ambush. Spider ambush. Some tanks are trying to board away. The ore refinery is still up and going. Could perhaps prepare to buy him some extra time. A lot of veteran hammer tanks now coming on out. Let's get a nice roar there on all those tank busters. Now the heroic tsunami tanks are getting cleaned up. He still has a good number of hammer tanks here. The ore refinery just went down. It does use all of his roars right there. We'll take a bit of time to clean all that stuff up. Good idea to crush that. Oh, did he actually kill one? Yeah, he did actually take out one of the hammer tanks there, doing some nice micro right there. But the bears are trying to clean up these forces. And the hammer tanks are slowly picking away against these tank busters. The heroic bullfrog will not escape the heroic tank buster. And the rest of those tank busters have been cleaned on up. Got some hammer tanks here. Yep, their heroic tank buster is now advancing forward. There's no more bullfrogs in this region. Just conscripts up, there's 1 bullfrog remaining, and the MCV coming in forward. It does go ahead and clean up that tank buster. Ore refinery going on up. Point defense drone, very nice. Hammer tanks are advancing. Good number of veterans and good number of extra guns as well. The bear does get cleaned on up. We do got these tsunami tanks advancing forward. He is doing some good focus firing there. And now here comes the MCV charging on forward. I think let's get a handful of bursts there. Heroic bear charging on forward. Ore refinery has been reclaimed. We've got a massive cash bounty over here. He's not eyeing for his own force to go down. And he does get all of those tank busters there. There's 3 remaining. None of the veteran. 2 more in the reinforcement area. Now the hammer tanks and the conscripts are advancing forward. Nice little pick there, getting some extra health. Does get a kill there as well, very nice. Now here comes the bears and conscripts. They can provide some decent meat shields, and if the hammer tank or snow tanks charge forward, oh, we got the Emperor's Wrath, and they do have enough speed to maintain distance from the hammer tanks. Though it looks like the conscripts are drawing fire mostly. And even though some of these Striker VX is getting cleaned on up, another snow tank goes down. There's a large number of extra guns, and more veterans on these hammer tanks. He needs to swap out the guns and get them firing. He should be able to overrun this Empire force right now, I believe. Crushing the tsunami tanks and the extra guns and veterancy should allow him to deal with those tsunami tanks. Maybe not sort of the crush. There's a lot of tank busters there. More hammer tanks are advancing forward, and now got some twin blade support. There is no Striker VX on the ground for anti-aircraft purposes, so these twin blades are going to have free reign. Get some great damage there on the ore collector. We'll pick it off. And we've got more sleeper ambushes coming on in. Here comes the chopper VXs. Quickly transforms, sends a volley into the twin blades. Another point defense drones. Hammer tank going the wrong way around the terrain. Generator under siege. Oh, and oh, miss micro. This is a tier 3 Mecha Bay core. Are there going to be Wave Force artillery? Is there Wave Force artillery? Yes, there is Wave Force artillery. 2 of them. And this is a very choky area, so that could be streams of death. Black Tower and Tesla Coil. Over here, MCV has pushed all the way up north, and he has claimed this area as well. Soviet player is massively expanding. Though a lot of these twin blades are quite wounded, he needs to fall back to the Crusher Crane with them. I'll get them heroic veterancy. And it's charging on forward as well. It does find a single jet tanku right there. And does shut down a number of those twin blades. Does pick off, I'm not sure what that was. And it got a Desolator strike right there. Point defense drones absorbing most of those damage over time. Good hits there. And he canceled that and replaced it. Another wave of point defense drones, and now the Wave Force artillery and the mostly chopper, it's mixed chopper VXs and tsunami tanks. Does take out this ore refinery and is able to perhaps crush that ore collector for a good cash refund. Another defender core right there. Vet 2 dockyard. Maybe he's using that for additional tsunami tank production. But he's going for a lot of Wave Force artilleries. So the player's being a little bit passive. He has to point out his own V4s to strike the Wave Force artillery, which is a good idea. He knows that they exist thanks to the nice premature discharge. And does avoid the cluster shot as well. Oh, there's massive Air Force here. Some of those Twin Blades do go down. He does take out this ore collector. This one's still up and going. This one is, of course, up and going, and this one has been rebuilt as well. Overall, the Soviet player does have much higher income. In fact, he has these 2 extra refineries, and we've got Eureka Omega. Eureka Omega could change the battlefield quite quickly. Got some King Oni for the front line as well. The Empire player has a lot of heavy assets. Twin Blades are now advancing forward. Premature discharge a little bit too early for that. And does grab himself a Wave Force artillery cannon. He needs to keep that one back. And it looks like Eureka does find a grab there. King Oni advancing forward. And can withstand quite a bit of abuse there. Can't bring the Twin Blades because the number of Twin Chopper VX in the region. And great hit there as well. And the Wave Force artillery shot from the Hammer tank kills it off. But there it is. Getting full elite right now. Though he does hit that elite one and does take it out right there as well. D4 hits his own bears. He's trying to charge forward the bears, hitting Eureka. Does use a shout there, killing most of the bears off. 1 bear remains. Note some of the bears are flying into the air. And Eureka Omega does apparently get killed off, I think, by the V4 rockets. Hammer tank starts charging on forward. His number of veterans see here. The Wave Force artillery one is fully heroic. He needs to keep that one off of the Leech Beam. And does snare himself a King Oni. This the other heroic one does have a gun as well, and he does get head, and the Empire player does actually surrender. This is great saying thanks for watching, and on to the next replay.